Hey guys, John Grimsmo here, bringing you another quarantine vlog, except it's not quarantine anymore. We got Angelo back to work over there, making saga clips on the Nakamura. I saw Steven walk that way. So we're still kind of half capacity. Some guys are still home for this week. Kind of ease back into it. Obviously we're taking all the safety precautions we need to, and changing up things, trying to be extra safe and careful, but feels good to get back to work. It's different. I've really enjoyed the time here by myself, but we got so much stuff to do, so it's good. And how do you people again? How do you interact with people? I'm struggling with that. But anyway, I mean, right now I just finished the cycle for the Kern right now, making blade number 6. Angelo's got the Mori going, making Norseman. He's got the Nakamura going, making saga clips. I gotta get the Tornos going. Busy, busy, busy. Steven's got the lapping machine going. It's busy, busy. So it's different than solo adventures. But I'm gonna keep trying to film. We got some cool stuff in the works, and let's see. It's so much louder in here. Okay, I'll speak up. So we're having a problem making these rasp blades where 2 of the tools are vibrating and chattering and not sounding super nice. Maybe I'll try to get a clip of that a little bit later. Kind of the roughing tools that are doing a bit more of the work than the other ones. So you go down the rabbit hole and you try to figure out where that vibration is coming from. If it's in the tool holder, the machine itself, you just eliminate the fixturing, the way it's clamped, try to eliminate variables. And we're sort of starting to think pretty clearly that it's my opening, it's my pocket in there, because then you have a thin wall here and then a thin wall back here, and you're just creating a tuning fork. So we tried this jack screw to flex it out a little bit and just try to keep it a little bit more rigid. It didn't make any difference at all. So because we just ran a blade, it sounds the same, and that didn't help, but it was a good test. And then I was at home yesterday and I was thinking about this problem, and I was like, well, actually asked Sky and Angelo on our WhatsApp chat, and I was like, what do you guys think? I need something to maybe fill this cavity, because I want the material gone to make it lighter, but I can't deal with this vibration. It's just no good. So Angelo came up with the idea to use this West Systems 2-part epoxy. So we've got the G-Flex, I think it was a 640 2-part, and then a 404 filler, because we've got, I think it was 26 ounces, fluid ounces to fill up of space. So I bought that online yesterday from Toronto. It shipped here, it came here today, like next day, which was awesome. And it was about $150, plus some tax and shipping for all that stuff. And whatever, it's worth trying. I don't want to scrap this fixture for now. So we're gonna fill it tonight, cure overnight. We'll run it again tomorrow. We'll see what happens. So one little tweak I made was, give me a pointing device here. How close can I get? Right here, I don't think you can see it, but there's a little bit of a burr. Actually, no, this is the one with the burr. Yeah, you can see that. A little bit of a burr right there. So since I'm using this exact tool to go in and chamfer that surface and the bottom surface, I tweak the code to lead out a little bit and do a lighter chamfer on this lock face, top and bottom, so that, see if I can get it glinting in the sun. There it is. So it's less of a chamfer than the rest of it, but it's enough to get rid of that burr. It's not so much that it's going to mess up your lock face, I think, and yeah, it won't. A little bit of one on the back side there too. And oh, it just adds that beautiful reflection on all the surface. Chamfering all your corners or better yet, corner rounding like this, changes everything about a part. Every part needs to be chamfered when it's applicable. Like our D10 hole here is not chamfered very much on purpose because I want a crisp edge there. And you'll notice it's an oval, and I'm not going to tell you why, because in a upcoming episode, I'll explain why. Also, fun fact, a couple episodes ago I talked about my silicone wedding ring, which I've stopped wearing because, caution, grossness coming up, it was causing some irritation on my skin. What the heck? I think it was trapping moisture or something, and with all the hand washing I'm doing, it was going weird. So I just stopped wearing it. My wife said it's okay. I'm still married, so all good. To be clear, I've been wearing it since like Christmas for like 4 months. So this is a kind of a new thing. So this entire episode might be kind of about vibration and control and things like that. I posted number 7, so I'm going to run that on the machine next, and then I'll show you and let you listen to the vibration. But here is a shot. Let's get all zoomed in here. You can see material is like welded to those flutes, and maybe not on this one, but on the next tool, they're just chipped. It's not good. This is a bad problem. Not the tool's fault. I've done a bunch of different tools. They all do the same thing. It's probably the tombstone. So we're going through that decision process, problem solving, trying to figure out, you know, what the problem is. But these are my nice fancy Zadaro tools, and I don't like trashing expensive tools. Yeah, so let's find a solution. So I'm gonna run the last one, let you listen to the vibration, and then we'll fill it with epoxy, and then tomorrow we'll see if that fixes everything. It might mean that we'll have to do solid steel fixtures, like not hollow it out, and just deal with the heaviness of it, maybe make a loading station or something. I got a lot of big ideas for that. But other than that, things are great. So that was one of those roughing operations, using an 1/8 inch ball mill slotting slotting stainless steel. I usually do that all the time and it's no problem. But it's humming. So that's the vibration I'm talking about. It's a lot. And I've tried different speeds and feeds, I've tried different SFM, different chip load, quite a bit different things. Nothing's really solving it. Nothing's getting rid of it. So yeah, looking forward to epoxy fill this thing. So the program's done, so I'm gonna go to MDI. I'm gonna scroll down. First, I'm going to make sure that I'm in safe home position, that one, which I know I am, but I'm just going to do it anyway. And then I'm going to go this sweet MDI screen that remembers all my codes. I'm going to do that one, C -225, B -90, and I'll go full speed. Why not? Send it. Oh baby! And that's my temporary fixture loading location. That's cool. Notice the first engraving is gross because I was playing. It's a rare moment when no machines are running right now except for the air compressor. Everything's like mid-cycle changeover. Okay, I just got to turn on the pallet changer, get that home to reference, and then move that pallet out. We're going to clean it, and we're going to get it ready for epoxy. So one of the reasons I wanted the pallet, you know, you want it to be dense and heavy, but you want it to be light enough you can pick it up. And it's not a strength thing, it's an awkwardness thing. And this thing's gonna have eventually kind of sharp blades on it around the outside, and you gotta hold it from the outside. And there's no real room on top to put a crane in there or whatever. So I don't want it to weigh 50 pounds because it's just gonna be super awkward, especially for the upper levels. It's doable, it's fine, it's just, it's heavy and awkward. So with this stuff, we were reading through the instructions, and they say you want a good, like not a mirror on the inside, and luckily we've got a super ribbed surface from the roughing that I did. So that's gonna stick fine. So we're gonna fill it almost all the way to the top with epoxy. So we bought, I think we bought 32 ounces to fill a 25-ounce thing. So we're gonna use almost all of it. You're supposed to mix them 1 to 1. So we're just emptying. And what'd you say, 45 minutes?
This is 45 minutes, yeah,
45-minute working time? So that's plenty of time.
75 minutes it'll draw.
Yeah, and then it'll cure in overnight, basically. And then we got the filler to fill, to take up space, so you don't need 100% epoxy. I'm sure there's like nerdy math out there that's going to help explain any vibrational characteristics of using the filler, but in the instructions they basically say you have 3 kind of consistencies you're looking for with the filler. You can have ketchup or mayo or peanut butter, and we got to decide which thickness to fill it. But we're going to fill the fixture up to that water line you see at the top, and then we'll see tomorrow, man. I'm excited. The hardener's a lot thicker, it's like honey. So we don't need all of it necessarily, so he's just equalizing those two, and then we'll see if we have enough. And then this is the thickener, the filler. Yeah, I'd say that's, well, even ketchup doesn't drip like that though, right? Like ketchup kind of globs out. We have so much filler. That thing's enormous. Ready? Yep. How did our calculations do? I think we need a lot more. Okay. Yeah, we just realized we could just mix everything in there and stir it up. Our round 2 ended up a lot thicker, so we're gonna mix it all up in the workpiece there. That's more like peanut butter. It's getting there. Yeah, we used a lot more filler, so it actually, should have just enough here. And actually, if you added more filler to make it all like peanut butter.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. What are you baking? I'm so hungry right now. Put some chocolate chips in there, we'll be good to go. It's going pretty good. So I'm sitting here with my computer going, what is that smell? It's that curing. And you can see it's bubbling up. A lot of people that do this more or do mold making or whatever, they have this like upside down salad bowl and they attach a vacuum to it and a rubber seal around the outside and it sucks all the air out and it sucks all the bubbles up the bottom. We don't have that. I've always kind of wanted one for the 2 molds that I've ever done, but it seems like a really cool thing and now would be the perfect time for it. So I don't know if those bubbles will be a good thing or a bad thing. They're gonna add like, not mass, but air pockets throughout. I don't know how deep they are. Maybe I'll pop these ones and let them settle, but it's getting kind of warm actually, because 2-part epoxy, it heats up to react. I can actually, that's kind of warm on top. I can feel heat coming off of that. And the steel's getting kind of warm too, but that's warm. Whoa, it's hard. It's hard already. I mean, it's been an hour. That part's not hard yet. Oh, it's hard. Look at that. It's hard in the center, but on the outsides, it's still soft. And it's warm. I can feel heat pumping off of that. Maybe I should have done this like 45 minutes ago. Well, I gotta be careful not to move it because the center is hardened. I saw the center actually jiggle like I don't know, like the outsides are still loose. I'll leave it alone. I'm gonna move it out of the way though because it's stinky. So coming over here to the Nakamura, Angelo asked me to shut it down after he made the last part. Oh, there it is. Looking good. I'll leave it out for him to inspect tomorrow. But what does that say? Number 531. Oh baby. So happy with that. We've done good with these. We'll do a lot better over time, but we got a good system now. It gets a little messy in here, not too bad. Pretty simple turn off. E-stop. I created this 3D printed cover on the off switch because this thing is so easy to push, especially right beside reset rewind that you touch every day. And I've accidentally, I mean, you watch the lights turn off as I accidentally purposely bump this thing. The machine shuts off. So that's stupid. So I created this little off switch and I put electrical tape on the inside to help keep it in a little bit better. And it should come like that. It should come with a little flappy cover like this guy over the off switch. It's silly. But I do that and then I come over here and then I just turn it off. Done. The mist collector's still on. I gotta unplug it here too. We have it wired differently here than we did at the old shop. Now the mist collector's off. So I'm at that point in my day right now, 5:20. I gotta decide, am I gonna dig into this? Or am I gonna go home early and spend time with my family? I don't know yet. This is where I left the thumb stud a couple days ago. So I made the top part, it's done. And I've transferred it, but I was having a problem with the parting blade on the backside. So on the backside I still have to face it and then drill it, or spot it, drill it, and then thread that hole. So it's halfway done. the easy half. This is a pile of the pivots that we made a couple weeks ago. In quarantine vlog, whatever it was. Bunch of them actually. Yeah, Angelo got them all cleaned up. They're just drying right now. It's a little weird having people back in the shop. Like, great. Super great. We're accomplishing more stuff. It's nice to have a human interaction and problem solve together. But it's a little weird. I got very used to having this place to myself. And it's like, it's familiar, obviously, having everybody back, kind of getting back to normal a little bit. But I don't know, I was enjoying the quiet time, but it was not very productive. As you guys saw, I got to fiddle with my stuff in the beginning, more so in the first few weeks. I like ran around and did all kinds of stuff and ran that machine and ran that machine and ran that machine, and then near the end I just started to focus more and more on like one machine at a time, which was great. It's just not that productive when we have a lot of work to do at once. So yeah, but things are good. Like I said, we're sort of light schedule, light staff this week, and then the next week I think we'll have everybody on board. Yeah, we were off for 7 weeks. 7. Some places will be longer, some places were less. Ontario's been really good in general. Case count's super low, so whatever, I'm not gonna get into all that, but yeah. It's good to be back. All right, boys and girls, that concludes my first day out of quarantine, I guess you call it. No longer called the quarantine vlogs. I can officially say that. We'll just call it vlog. Grim's vlog, something, I don't know. Video filmed in shop by me. Yeah, so it's 6 o'clock now, just after 6 o'clock. Definitely time to go, I'm feeling it. And didn't end up touching the Swiss, but I did organize all the end mills that I need to order, or at least from one vendor, from Lakeshore Carbide. So I've got probably, haven't added it all up yet, but easily $3,000 worth of end mills to buy from them, possibly more. So tonight I'll bring my computer home and I'll go through their shopping cart, but I've got my list. I just need to populate the cart and hit order. So that was good, progress, that was good. And I ordered the hard-inch stuff that I've been meaning to put on. I've been putting off forever and ever. So that was good too. And yeah, we made, what, 2 blades today? Just, they don't take long. But it was a good day. Good day. Hope you guys had a good day too. Ta-ta.